It was September 13th, 2006. We just got done a patrol. We're on Route Michigan, which is right outside of Abu Ghraib prison, sort of say. We were guarding a power plant. We just got done a patrol. I was waiting to get briefed or debrief my commander, my headquarters, the first sergeant and the commander, and I was outside of this warehouse where my platoon was staying. And I was writing my notes. I was sitting right down, right next to the entrance of the warehouse where we were bunked. And our little talk, our headquarters, was right in the first part of the building. At that time, we were having some construction. So they're building different electrodes, the towers, because bad guys love energy too. They plug in their computers and do their cell phones, right? So that was a big coalition protective area, even for us, because it powered the first grid into Abu Ghraib City and then Baghdad. It was a pretty big size. Well, bad guys got a hold of a dump truck, and it was a regular old dump truck that we saw day in, day out. And he came through, went through the checkpoint, had the right credentials of the other driver that they took out, and the bad guy became a driver. He was driving. We saw this truck just making circles, and finally, after we downloaded our Humvees and masked at the entrance of the warehouse, he saw us, came in, and what really notified us that he was bad, he was a bad guy, that he brushed against that T-wall that was protecting us at the entrance of the warehouse. He just rubbed right against it, and metal against concrete makes this really eerie sound. So it alerted us. We all looked up, and I saw his eyes, and he had the detonator, and he just let it go. And like 15, 20 minutes later, I woke up. So
what happened?
He blew himself up. So it was a dump truck bomb. So what had happened, since I was sitting down and my back was resting against the wall, waiting to stand up and walk into the warehouse, the percussion lifted me right up and threw me about 30 feet to my right. And I was a little bit on fire. I was still smoldering, but it just populated myself with shrapnel. My ear kind of blew out of my head, and I was pretty wounded. It slowed everything down. When you wake up, it's like the movies. Noise just finally gets to you. You feel your pain. I was in shock. It was just slow going. You just become really dazed, and you just confused. And what happened? You look around, and everybody's in slow motion, crying, on fire. People not moving. Some of them are gone because when the dump truck blew up, some of the troops were just walking, and they were immediately just vaporized. So that's what happened. And then I got medevaced. QRF was called, and I got medevaced to Balad for my wounds. It took me almost full recovery, about 6.5 months. Yeah, 6.5 months until I didn't have achy elbows and sore elbows and shoulders and knees. And I still have shrapnel in my body still from that blast to this day, and I know when it's going to rain.
Tell me what having the Purple Heart means to you.
Well, I'll tell you. I woke up in a hospital with it taped to me. So I looked down. I just thought it was just, I had mixed feelings. I was mad because I earned it, but yet I was honored at the same time. Because I was brought up in a small military, friendly town that all the vets who had the Purple Hearts, they were the respected. They were the heroes, even though soldiers and the Marines and Air Force guys who didn't have it, it was a mutual respect. I was really blown away when I first realized and thought about it, internalized the Purple Heart. I was like, I hope I can just carry and, be respectful to the medal, because it's huge. It's the oldest. So it means a whole lot. My family means a whole lot. Since I'm still a member with the military of the Purple Heart, I'm still an ambassador for the medal. I make sure that all the Purple Heart recipients in the state of Alaska is taken care of, or at least to a point that other agencies will take care of them. All Purple Heart recipients that I know are ambassadors. We talk about it and what we can put forth and try to get the younger generation, our grandchildren, our sons and daughters, to really realize what it really means. It's honorable.